Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion. We're now going to portfolio optimization. So we have learned that Quant Mode allows us to download stock prices from Yahoo Finance. So after loading our packages, Quant Mode, very important, and Performance Analytics, and also Portfolio Analytics. These are the three most important packages that we're going to use today. Okay, let's load now our stocks: Microsoft, Apple, Intel, GSPC. This is the ticker symbol, please, for S&P 500. Please don't forget. Goldman Sachs, Ford, uh, Toyota Motors, AMD, SPY, etc. If I'm going to include Facebook, then should write here Meta. Okay, and the start date is 1998, then January 1 up to 2023, 12/31. Then the function is get symbols and then stocks. I could have replaced this stocks with this one. See this whole thing here. Okay, it would have run because I'm combining these ticker symbols. But to make the get symbols function a bit concise, I just created this object stocks, and there's an advantage to that. Define natin yung from is equal to start, to is equal to end, source is equal to Yahoo, daily periodicity, and auto data assign is equal to true. Okay. So what will happen here if I type auto data assign is equal to true? Then it will create these objects, meta, etc. And also it will create this stocks object. Okay. It will create this stocks object, and this will be a character vector. Okay, so if I run this, okay, if I take a look once again, so we now have these objects. We now have Apple, GSPC, Meta, etc. All the assets that we defined there. And we also have this object, stocks there. And stocks is a character vector there. Okay. All right, let me pause for a while and ask you to please chat if you're able to follow, if you created the objects already. Waiting for the others. Okay, let's give a few more seconds to your classmates. Okay, thank you. I hope the others are able to follow. Then let's now go to the portfolio analytics per se. But before that, we will have to learn how to compute for the returns. Now, just by way of review, class, in your exams, I was asking you to create an object of returns of all the assets. Okay, and some of you made use of the daily return. Okay, now the returns coming from quant mode, yung period returns, daily return, and by the way, the R is capitalized. Okay, so please take note of this. Capital R, lahat ng return dito sa quant mode. Period, daily, weekly, monthly, etc. Okay, they're all returns. Okay, now this one, class, is only used for univariate. When we say univariate, only for one asset. So if you have several assets, for example, if let's say, if I get the, say, daily return, so let's say Apple, AAPL, I'm going to create Apple and then MSFT, alt minus, and I'm going to use daily return. daily quant mode daily return, daily yan na naman tong ano, daily return, okay? And then let's say I'm going to use adjusted price of AAPL, okay, and adjusted price of Microsoft. Okay, can you run this, please? Can you run this? Daily return. 1, 2, okay. Please tell me what happens, class, if we run this. So this is from quant mode class. Quant mode daily return. Or it can be weekly return, monthly return, etc. I'll wait for your feedback, class, in the chat box to inform me what happened in this run. So we're getting the daily return for the adjusted price of Apple and Microsoft. Or if not, then how do we correct this, class? Feedback, please. Okay, let me see. Okay, Josh did not run. Anong message, Josh? What was the message, Josh? What error message did it generate? Hello, Josh. None, sir. Is it okay for you to share your screen? And how about the others, please? Baka pwede nating ano to, i-accelerate a bit, no, class? If you can answer quickly. It worked for Vince daw. Sige, ikaw na lang, Vince. Vince, paki-share nga yung screen mo. I'll stop share.
Sir,
Yes.
share screen is disabled daw po.
Ay, sorry. Nga pala. Yeah. Okay, sige. Please, Vince. Okay, let's see your Apple, Microsoft, daily return, Apple. Tingnan natin. All right. Yeah. Comment, class. Is this what we want, class? Kasi ang gusto natin, what we want, so thank you, Vince, no? But just flash, continue flashing, please. Ang gusto natin, class, yung daily return ni Apple at saka daily return ni Microsoft. So gusto natin dalawang columns yan, di ba? Now, nung nag-daily return tayo nito, what happened was, you only have one. You only have one daily return. Ibig sabihin, kinuha niya yung return ni Apple at saka ni Microsoft and made it as one. right? You get the point, class? Isa lang column yan, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, this is only the return of what? What's the return of what to? Return ni Apple at saka Microsoft. Kinuha niya yung ano? Yung return ng dalawang asset na yan. That's not the return that we want. We want to have returns for Apple and return for Microsoft. Okay, thank you, Vince. Thank you. Sige, so as Vince pointed out here, it seemed to work, but it did not work really. Okay? Kasi ang gusto natin talaga, what we want is the separate return for Microsoft and separate return for Apple. Okay, share screen ulit ako. All right, so this daily return class and the family of returns from quant mode does not work class for multivariate assets. Ito mga to, only for one asset yan. Okay, so if you want to compute for the daily return, weekly return of Apple, pwede yun. Okay, so, but you can only use one asset. So that's not what we want because we're creating a portfolio and we want this portfolio of assets to have their own returns, no? Okay, so this one class we already discussed this before, but nevertheless, again, I'm going to share this code with you, Control C, as a review class of what we have done before. So this one, since we have already Apple, no, we can compute for Apple returns. We'll use daily return and then AAPL dollar adjusted, or we can just use AD and then AAPL, and then type is equal to log. Or if you want simple returns, you can use type is equal to arithmetic. Okay, so if we run this class, I run this chunk, and there you go, you have the daily returns. Okay, so this is log returns, which is the log of the current value divided by the previous value. Okay, so let's just validate that to be sure, class. This one, this is Apple, diba? Apple prices, and we said adjusted prices. So if I run this, adjusted price of Apple is this one, Control C, Control V. Oops. Tumama lahat. 119. Happened. I'm just copying one. Ito. Control C, Control V, divided by the previous one. Control C, Control V, and then get the log of this log. Okay, so this is how class you get the log returns, no? The continuously compounded returns. On the other hand, the arithmetic return is simply the price at time t over the price at time t minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so if I run this, log of that class is negative 0.0233. Let's see if this is the same as here, class. Negative 0.0233 for 233,524,524,530. Okay, differences in rounding off. Okay, so let me pause for a while and kindly request you to chat if you're able to follow so far, class, as far as getting the returns is concerned. And using daily returns, whether it's arithmetic or log, can only be used for a univariate time series. Univariate isa lang, no? Hindi pwedeng dalawang assets. If you use that, you'll have a strange calculation kasi ang gagawin niya, kukunin yung returns, no? He'll make it as one. Okay, it will be interesting to know how it was computed, so you can experiment on that. and see how that was computed. Okay, kindly chat please if you're able to follow so far, class. Kung clear yung paggamit ng daily return. I just want to make sure kasi we'll have another exam, no? Kasama to, yung mga returns na to. So just make sure, class, that you understand what's happening here. Okay, how about the others, class? Waiting for your feedback. Okay, so now if we want to compute the returns of a portfolio, so we cannot use the monthly return, daily return, all return coming from quant mode. We will have to make use of functions coming from either performance analytics or portfolio analytics. So we have already loaded performance analytics, no need to load that, okay? So let's now make use of performance analytics to compute, class, to compute. I have prices here. How do you arrive at the prices? Let me just backtrack a bit. Control F, prices. Not there. Where are our prices? I'm looking for the object prices. Because we skipped a lot. Let me pause the recording for a while I'm looking for the. Okay, so for this one, class, let me share this again by way of review na lang to, no? Control C. Let me share this code with you. And let's create this object, my stocks. Okay, we did this before, but I skipped it. But we need to use the prices object coming from this one. So I'm creating this object tickers. It consists of these assets: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5, 9 assets. And then, if you recall, class, we use the function lapply, list apply, and get symbols. So we created an object called myStocks, and this myStocks is a list consisting of the result of the get symbols function. Okay, so if I run this myStocks, and if you recall, class, this will generate a list. See, myStocks, we did this before. It's a list of 5. Okay, so it consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what we did was to replace this by the names of the myStocks object. Let's do that. So names of myStocks, okay, the list here will be Apple, Google, Microsoft, Intel, etc. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you see? Okay, 9. Ba't nga pala 9? Bakit 5 lang lumabas kanina? Let me rerun this, guys. So tickers, this should be 9. Control Enter. And then my stocks for tickers, so this should be 9. My stocks should be a list of 9. Oh, yeah, there, okay. It adjusted already. A while ago, it was just a list of 5. I don't know what happened there. And then let's replace the names. Okay, so my stocks now is a list consisting of this one. I'm going through this class fast because we have discussed this already in the past. Okay. So, where are we now? Okay, and then class, and then we have to run this. Where are we? Okay. The next thing that we did was just to get the closing prices, Control C. Let me shut this again. Okay. So we still use the lapply class list. Okay. And then it will create a list from my stocks, but only the closing price. Okay. So let me up to view, Control Enter. So now we have this CL prices consisting of the 9 assets, but it's 6541 by 1. So this only contains the closing prices of these assets. And then finally, what we did before was to create this object prices. Okay, we have to create this first because we're going to make use of this for in computing for returns. Okay, so Control C, let me share this again with you. Okay, what's happening here, class? Okay, we're going to merge. We use the do.call function. Do what? Merge what? What is going to be merged? The closing prices. Okay, from the closing prices, which is what we created here a while ago. Here, this one. It's a list. Okay, consisting of 9 assets. And then we're going to merge into one and create the name object. Okay, let's run this. And let's view prices. Here. So it's an XS object. All right, and then it contains only the okay, closing prices. Now we will have to adjust this because okay, I'm sorry, contains NA values because we pegged the start to 1998. So if we're creating a portfolio, we cannot have NAs because if we compute for the returns, this will generate errors and we cannot do that. Okay, so I think we adjusted something here. Okay, I'm still using prices, but okay, so why don't we do this class? Let's adjust our tickers. Let's start again from from this, and then let's change the date. Let's make it maybe 2016. Okay, I think all of these assets already were listed 2016. Okay, Meta 2014, Tesla 208. Okay, so we're okay. We're okay, class. So let's run this again. I'm going to run once again, create the new tickers, okay, which will contain prices from 2016. Okay, let me just check tickers. Where's our tickers here? Oh, that's the object. Mm, My stocks pala siya. Let me just check yung my stocks class. Okay, list na siya ng 9. Okay, and then let's view lang natin si my stocks. List pa kasi siya, no? And then Let's now go back here and create the closing prices, list of closing prices. So run natin to. Okay. List pa rin siya pero by one na. And then do that call tayo, class. Do that call, emerge natin yung mga closing prices. So I'll just run this. Then i-view ko si prices. Okay, there you go. Okay, so okay na tayo, no? Wala na tayong mga NAs. So we can now create a portfolio out of this. Okay, I hope you're following along. I'll give you some seconds to redefine the tickers. What we did was to adjust the date from 1998, ginawa natin 2016. Just to make sure that all assets found in that list have already prices from 2016. Okay, so waiting for your chat, please, if you're okay, if you're able to follow. Okay, let's give your classmates a few more seconds. Only 4, class? How about the others? I have 24 students here. Let's give your classmates a few more seconds. So now, class, we see that our object prices contain contain the contain they all contain prices. Okay, they don't have any values. And let's just change the let's just change the name. Okay, so we have here the function. Use this. Here, class. I'm going to change. I should have changed it here some my stocks. Where's that? Okay, anyway, so yun na lang, yun na lang. Column names, the prices. Kasi may nakalagay pa doon na ano yun. And I'll just copy this. The one here. Here. Control C. Okay. So we're now here, class. We're now going to make use of the functions of performance analytics. Okay. So take note that the prices object, it's an XCS object consisting of nine, let's change the name first because it contains the, I think, the closing. So now, okay, the names are Apple, Google, etc. GSPC. Okay, so we said a while ago that if we use the daily, all return, the period return, daily return, weekly return coming from quant mode for a multitude of assets, that will not work because that is only designed for a single asset. In this case, our prices contain several assets. Now, let's see class. Unfortunately, my return, okay, it's not working class. I'll have to close this first. So, anyway, can somebody please, I'll stop share and volunteer please. I-help nga natin yung return that calculate. Question mark return that calculate, and let's see what that tells us. Stop share. Anyone please? Justin, please. Sir Gakal, can you please share your screen? Yung sa help function ng return that calculate. It's also always important class to read what a particular function provides. Justin?
Sir, I'm using a different device po.
Sinong pwedeng anyone? Please pakibilis na lang, no? Kasi we're running out of time. Wala bang mag-volunteer? Yung return that calculate, basahin natin. Hindi kasi ako I'll have to close my R first. Walang volunteer class? Sige, Vince. Lagi na lang si Vince, isa lang yata estudyante ko dito. Okay, what does it say? Dito lang sa console, question mark, return that calculate. Mag-question mark ka muna. Yan, tab mo na.
Sir, enter na.
Enter na. Enter ka na dyan. Yan, okay? Sige. Up natin. Paki-up na lang. Paki-increase yung yung size ng files mo. Paki-increase yung size. Yan. Increase mo yung size. Hindi yan. Dun sa yan. Sige, yan. Pull up. Tapos sa side din, pull to the left. Yan. Alright, so tingnan natin to class, no? Yung syntax nito, up ng konti, yung sa scroll bar, please. Down pala, down. Down, please. Down, sige, down. Down, okay. Yan class, no? Return that calculate. This is from Performance Analytics. So ang description niya, either calculate simple or compound returns from prices. Okay, take note, from prices. So yung prices dito, tinan yung arguments class. So you can either use return that calculate or calculate returns. Tingnan yung spelling, ha. Yung return that calculate, capital R, yung calculate niya, small c. Tapos ang syntax lang, prices, and then method. Either discrete, log, or difference. Okay? Or calculate returns. Okay, prices, method is equal to discrete or log. So ano ba yung laman nito, class? Prices daw. It's a data object containing ordered price observations. Okay? So down pa nga. Down. Alright, dito yung example niya, class, is ano lang, no? Isa lang. Si IBM lang yung ginamit niya na example. Okay? So balik tayo. Sige. Thank you, Vince. Let me take control again of the screen. So let me share screen. Okay. So here, yung prices natin, class, multi-asset to, di ba? Now, will this work pag ginamit natin si return that calculate or pwedeng sabi natin calculate return, di ba? So let's see if this will work, itong stock returns. And i-do ko na kagad. Control, enter. Alright, take a look at this class. Diba? So, ang difference kanina, yung tail return, at saka yung return that calculate or calculate return, is that yung sa performance analytics can take on multiple assets. Dun sa quant mode hindi. Okay? So, sana naman sa exam nyo class, wag nyo ipag-mix, no? And review nyo naman to kasi ito na lalabas sa itong mga to itong mga lessons natin from now. Okay? So you can see now, class, that to compute for the returns of a portfolio of assets, ang gagamitin natin si either return that calculate or as Vince showed a while ago, yung calculate returns. So just memorize the syntax. Ang dali lang naman yun, either method is equal to, sabi dito, tingnan natin discrete, no? Itong discrete class, ito yung yung arithmetic returns. So if I run this again, control enter. Okay, saan ako nagkamali? Ano yung Vince, ano yung kanina? Either arithmetic ba sa di ko kasi ma-access yung ano ko yung return that calculate. Ano yung options, class? Is it discrete or arithmetic?
Sir, discrete pa rin po, sir.
Tama yung spelling ko, di ba?
Yes po, sir.
So they should work. Bakit ano? Unexpected error in saan ako nagkamali? Nag-work naman si log kanina. Okay, let me repeat. In prices, bakit? Ayan, okay. Ayan, class. So, ganun din, class. Pero ito, class, this will be arithmetic returns. Yung isa kanina, continuously compounded returns. And if we want to remove, pwede natin ilagay dito na.omit. Okay? na.omit to remove the na dun sa first row. Okay? Will this work, class? Ilalagay natin dito na.omit and then yung code natin. Of course, you can remove in performance analytics na to, no? Pwede naman natin tanggalin yan kasi this is just the namespace for this return that calculate. Okay, did this work, class? Kindly, please. And gawin natin, ibalik natin sa log. We're going to make use of log returns, no, in this subject. And there are compelling reasons for that. Did this work, class? Pakichat naman, please. Nabawasan na tayo ng 3 students. About the others, thank you, Justin. Yung iba, class. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, just to show you, class, tanggalin ko tong na.omit, no? Okay. And then let's control enter. So ito yung stock returns natin. No? I-view natin ulit. May NA tayo, di ba? And if we get, let's say we get the mean of, we have stock returns, and then, oops, sorry. Ba't nawala yung stock? Stock returns, then dollar. Kunin natin si Apple. I'm getting the average of the Apple returns. Okay, control enter. And you can see that it will not compute kasi may NA siya. Deliberately ginagawa ni Arion just to signal to us that there's an NA. Okay? It could have, dun sa syntax niya, it could have dun sa program na tanggalin yung NA. But R decided not to do that, just to signal to us that this signals to us that there's an NA value dun sa ano natin, sa data natin. Okay? So if I once again put here na.omit na open parenthesis and then close parenthesis, and then go here to console, upward up arrow, run this. Hindi ko pa pala nararun to. Run ko muna to. And then i-run ko tong min ulit ng Apple. Meron na. No? Meron na siya. Okay. So here, either you make use of stock returns and the -1 or directly go to na.umit. Okay, so pareho lang yung class, no? Either you use a subset. -1 here means you're going to remove the first row, which is NA. Okay, now this one class, I'd like you to. I'm going to share this with you. So let me introduce to you class a package called qmao. So this package is a quant mode add-on. All right. So there are several ways to load this. Let's see class if you can already. Subukan natin class sa tools. I'm not sure if it can directly be installed. Dati kasi hindi pa pwede, no? So install that packages please sa tools and then try to see qmao. Subukan nyo nga class kung mag-run and tell me if it's already available sa CRAN. Feedback please class. Is qmao already housed or archived in CRAN? Waiting for your feedback class. Ayan, kay Vince okay na. How about the others? Kasi kung nag-load na siya dito sa sa tools natin, then this is no longer needed. Okay, good. All right, so no problem anymore. Ibig sabihin nun, kasi when I first discussed this in class, at that time, qmao was not yet loaded in CRAN. So ngayon naka-archive na siya doon. So we had to resort to this. We had to go to the site itself where qmao was being housed. Okay? So this is no longer needed class kasi meron na tayong meron ng qmao. And i-load nyo na nga please si punta kayo sa packages and make sure that qmao is loaded. qmao. Okay, I don't think sa akin hindi ko pa yata kasi nagbago ako ng R qmao. So let me install that again. No such file. Sa akin class hindi nag-load, no? Sa iba din wala, no? So if you experienced otherwise, mag-dev tools tayo, no? Dito 'yon, yung kanina sa dev tools. Here. So if you haven't installed dev tools, paki-install niyo siya. Here. So i-library muna natin si dev tools. And then so mahirap pag bagong install yung mag-ano pa ako. I'm having problem with my R now. Unable to open connection. Mhm. Hindi mo na mapo-force to. No? Mag-error lang to. Kasi walang dev tools. Eh. Wala. Okay, I'm having problem class with my R, and unfortunately. Okay, I'm sorry about this. Anyway, class, let me just continue discussing. So make sure that you're able to download or install qmao, the qmao function. Buwan ko nga to. There's no, can't open the connection. Okay, so since I don't have qmao loaded, I'll not be able to run these remaining codes. Okay, for those of you who were not able to load qmao, please follow this. I think I shared this with you, class. No? Itong this one. Please install DevTools, and then from DevTools, get it from RForge, this site. Okay, install nyo to, no? Install the packages, and then the repository will be this one. So it should install class. Okay, for those of you who were able to install it directly, then that's good. That's good. Okay, so let me just share here some notes because this is what we're going to do already. Okay, up to here. And I'm going to tell you how this works because this works wonderfully. This is a lot better than the steps that we have. Okay, hindi niya kinaya yung ano. You see, see, just share this with you. Ayun pa rin. This is what I hate about Zoom chat. Okay, so for those of you who are not able to install QMAO, your assignment will be to make sure that it's installed so that when we meet, nako, ang meeting na pala natin next Friday na. Anyway, plus I might, kasi di ba last time din kulang ako ng ano eh, kulang ako ng isang session kasi my internet was not working. So I still owe you one recording. So I'm going to prepare a recording just to continue with this one. All right. So ito class, itong package na to, okay? So ito yung mga ano niya, ito yung mga function niya, no? It provides key functions to merge adjusted prices or closing prices or whatever you want. Okay, making use of this. For example, make price frame. If you recall, when we load assets from Yahoo Finance, separate siya, di ba? Each one of them will have, let's say, Apple, Microsoft, etc. So if we're going to create an object that combines, let's say, all the adjusted prices, what we did was to create a list, di ba? Nag-L-apply tayo. Tapos, another L-apply to get, first, L-apply muna to merge all the, to create a list of all the assets. And then, nag-list apply ulit tayo to create all the closing prices or adjusted prices of all those assets. Tapos, nag-do that call merge tayo. Okay? Nag-do that call merge tayo para mag-create ng isang object containing either all the closing prices or adjusted prices. So it took us really 3 steps. No? Ito class dito, actually 2 steps lang. Kasi once you have the assets class, you can now merge it by making use of this, make price frame. Okay? Or make return frame. Okay, so how does this work? Okay, so for example, Okay, di ba may ticker symbol na tayo, no? May ticker symbol tayo. So actually, ginawa na natin to, no? So 2016, gawin na natin 0101 to. 0101 para pareho. 0101 to so actually meron na tayo nito, no? Sorry. 2023. We already have this kasi get symbols to eh. So kukunin niya yung prices ni Apple, etc., etc. So we already have that. So once you have that class, take a look at this. Okay, we're going to make use of this make price frame. Okay? So hindi na tayo magli-list. Hindi na natin ipagsasama-sama yung mga tickers natin sa isang list. Tapos magli-list ulit tayo para kunin yung closing. Okay? Iisang function na lang yung class ito. We're going to use this one, make price frame. And this is coming from the quick quant mode add-on package. Okay, make price frame of what class? So concatenate natin, kasi meron na tayong Apple, may Google na tayo, may Microsoft, may Intel, may Amazon. Of course, you can change this, no? You can just choose 2 or 3 or 4. Okay? Kasi ang gagawin nito class, maggagawa siya ng prices frame. Okay? Then we can specify the date. Okay, pwedeng naka-subset, no? Okay, ang nasa date natin actually is 0101. So ito, parang binawasan pa niya ng date. So from Apple, Google, etc., yung 2016-0101, magsisimula siya sa 2016-12-31. So that can be done. So as an example, gawin natin to. Tapos, prefer, ito class, ito prefer is equal to adjusted. So i-define lang natin. Prefer is equal to adjusted. And then, sasama na natin, na.omit is equal to true. And then, explain ko later on, ano tong silent is equal to true. Okay, so for those of you who are able to load qmao, okay, could you kindly run this? Okay, sige, mag-aano na lang ako isang example. Stop share ulit ako. Sino sa inyo naka-run? Vince ulit, ikaw, please. Can you once again share your screen? Okay, thank you, no? Alright, sige. Tingnan natin ulit Vince yung yung sa code natin. Alright, so tingnan niyo to class na. Ito yung sa row 104 ni Vince, nag-create tayo ng PF. The object is price frame PF. We're using qmao. Tingnan nyo naka-load si qmao kay Vince yun. Nasa packages niya, naka-check si qmao. And then what's happening here? Since we have this objects, class, Apple, Google, etc., pwedeng gawin lang natin, 5 lang yan. No? So, isasali lang natin 5. So, let's experiment on that. Vince, sa ilalim na lang yan, sa row 111, para ma-preserve mo yan. Sige, enter ka. Maglagay ka ng space, and then maglagay ka ng code siyang, Control-Alt-I. Sige, copy mo na lang, para mas mabilis. Okay. So gawin lang natin yung tatlo, Microsoft, Apple, Google na lang. Sige, Vince. I-delete mo yung iba. Yung first 3 na lang. I'm just illustrating something. Okay. So ito, tingnan nyo class ha. We're now limiting, I'm now creating, gawin mong PF1, Vince, para ma-preserve mo yung PF mo kanina. So we're creating this object called PF1, and take note, si Apple, si Google, si Microsoft, iba-iba yan, di ba? Iba-ibang objects yan. Here, ipagsasama-sama natin siya. No? Okay, using the qmao package. So, preferred natin adjusted. You can change this to closing, etc. Sige, kindly run this, Vince. Okay, tingnan nyo class, what happened? This is PF1. All right. Andyan na, no? Si Apple, si Google, sa Microsoft. So, automatic class. Automatic that we were able to generate this prices object. Okay? So, sige, thank you, Vince. Thank you for that. Share ulit ako ng screen, ha? Okay, so it's almost time, class. I think a few seconds lang. So, I hope you're convinced, class, na itong QMAO package, napaka-convenient niya. Kasi it will allow us to collate the prices. And the shortcut for that is this one, class. So pwedeng hindi yung make price frame. That's the long, yung mahaba yun. Yung shortcut PF lang, class. Capital PF. So let me share this with you. Control C. Share ko sa chat box. Control V. Okay. PF function ito, class. PF function. There, di ba? Yan. So instead of make price frame. So pareho lang yan, class. And then also ito. How about this? Ito, class, tingnan nyo to. I'm going to share this with you. Control C and chat. Control V. So what's this, class? Now, if you don't need the price object, pwede nang dumiretso, returns na ano natin. So, tingnan na to, ha. Mag-create tayo ng RF. Now, ang ginamit natin, class, itong mga assets natin. Hindi natin ginamit yung prices, no? Yung PF natin kanina. Just the original prices. And then, ganun din, prefer natin adjusted, whatever you want. And then, type is equal to continuous ba yan o discrete, no? And then na.umit, tatanggalin na yung mga NAs, no? Silent is equal to true. Okay, and run this. Okay. So, sorry, Vince, may I request you again to share your screen, please? Okay. Na-paste mo na ba yung yung RF? Yan. All right. Have you run this? Ano daw yung error? Sabi sa ilalim, tingnan natin. Error in make price, not make price frame. Ay, yung kanina yun, ano? Ito, no data in, wait. What FB yan? Sorry, dapat, ano yan, meta, no? Just to make sure, Vince, tanggalin, alam muna natin yung tanggalin natin yung the rest, no? Yung tatlo na lang para sure tayo. Yan, sige. Okay, run natin. Okay, tingnan nyo, class, no? Ba't may NA pa? Balik ka nga, Vince, sa NA.umit is equal to true. So, dapat wala na siyang I-highlight mo nga lahat muna. Control enter mo. Okay, bakit nag-error? Hanggang true lang muna, Vince. Hanggang true. Sige, control enter mo. You don't have to highlight everything. No? Kahit hanggang dun lang sa Yan. Yan. Sige, end over there. Okay, so may problema sa syntax, no? Yung na.umit. Sige, explore na lang natin yan, class, next time. However, okay, yung kanina, Vince, mo nga yung RF, i-print mo siya, i-view natin. Tingnan nyo, class, no? Ito returns na diretso. So from the object, yung Microsoft, etc., we can already generate yung return frame, no? Okay? So, sige, Vince, thank you so much, no? And just to end here, class, okay, just to end here, i-share ko lang tong isa. So instead of make return frame, RF, class. RF. So apparently, class, hindi nag-work yung na.umit, pero explore pa natin yan next time. So let me just share this with you. Control V. All right. And so either make return frame or RF. Okay. Okay, so let me stop there.